Yo, what is going on, guys? Frankie Trades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Before we get started, though, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it. With that much for being said, let's go ahead and dive into the watch list. So, as far as earnings this week goes, there's really not too much left going on, especially after last week earnings with all of the major tech companies reporting. This week, really the only ones left that I have a constant eye on are typically Google, AMD, and that is about it. A few interesting ones that I will be keeping an eye out for will be SMCI, maybe that has some sort of movement, ARM, Qualcomm, maybe Amazon, Roblox potentially, MSTR, it's not too much of a hot stock anymore. That stock has pretty much fallen off at this point, so nothing going on there for me. Maybe PLTR as well. So those are just few names that I'll probably be looking at after they report and see how they move. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the watch list. It is a pretty short one. There's not too much going on. So first things first is we're going to talk about ES and NQ. And I'm sure you could hear it in my voice, I'm still recovering from my sickness. So that's why you guys did not get a watch list from me last week. I am still recovering from it. So hopefully, I've been feeling a lot better today for sure. So definitely a start. So as far as ES and NQ, you guys know we like to start off with the indexes, just get a rough idea of where the whole market's at in general. ES, keeping it pretty simple, especially with how many negative catalysts, I'll say, have been added on the weekend ever since Friday sessions ended. So I'm looking to keep things simple for the meantime. Who knows where the market could open up tonight on a Sunday evening, going into tomorrow morning for Monday. It's not my job to predict that. So for the meantime, I'm looking to keep things pretty simple and pretty easy. Anything above 7,000 or 6,900 for me on ES. I don't have any trend lines, no nothing. Just that's about it. NQ, kind of the same idea here, only on this I will be keeping an eye out mainly towards anything coming down, 25,000 being that big area on NQ. If I put this on the daily, you guys can see why. This is the range that we've been stuck in for a while, 26,000 and 25,000. We finally broke out, and then we ended up coming all the way back into the major range that we've been stuck in on NQ. So that's why I'm just keeping an eye out for 25,000. If we happen to come up to the upside, then 26,400, where that double top all-time high is currently sitting at. So that's about it for ES and NQ. There's really not much to talk about here on these. I don't want to go too in-depth, especially on a weekend. First things first is I will talk about Apple. I actually only have two stocks on my watch list, Apple and I believe Microsoft. There's not too much going on with the other stocks. They're all in choppy areas, nothing too crazy going on. So if I put Apple on the daily here, you can see we have a very clean level here at 262. Ignore 260. I can get rid of this level for you guys so you guys can see why. But 260 is that big level here on Apple. You can see how many rejections we've had here. 3 rejections since the start of the point. Now, the only issue is if you put this on a smaller time frame, earnings that we had on this on Thursday, this previous week, it broke it. But it was only because of earnings. So I believe, to me, this level is still playable. This level is still something worth keeping an eye out for on Apple, especially if Apple can hold up against the market. Now, what are the chances of that happening? I don't know. Probably slim to none. Maybe Apple just happens to be strong this morning. Let's say Monday morning. It happens to be one of the only strong stocks. And maybe 262 looks good because of that. But if the market gaps up and Apple gaps up with it, then it's kind of whatever, I do like the level a lot, but it's nothing to really write home about, to really ignore something on MU or Tesla if those stocks have anything hot going on tomorrow morning. Fun fact, they're not on the watch list. I've already said that, but there's not too much going on those stocks right now. So a lot of the hot and hype around those two have died down for a bit. So we'll see what they present for us this coming week. So. But yeah, 262 on Apple. I do like this level a lot, but it just depends how we set up and how we come out about this entire week. And whenever this setup definitely comes around, I will be there for it. Last but not least, Microsoft. This fell off a cliff on after earnings. And we do have a gap here. If I put this on daily for you guys can see we have a gap from 421 all the way down to 397. So for me personally, I will be keeping an eye out for on Microsoft with the gap continuation at 421 going into 420. All it is a gap resuming. That's all it is. It's not from earnings. I think it was just a gap up, right? No, it was from earnings. So, yeah, it was just gap up from earnings, and it's been filling up the gap on Friday. I mean, obviously Friday and Thursday, Thursday it looks like it continued some of the gap, but obviously the downside. This is what I really am keeping an eye out for. It is a little far away, $8 to $9 away, but that is something I definitely do like. I am a big fan of gaps, so that is something I will for sure keep a close eye on and see how we approach this tomorrow morning. So. But that is about it for the watch list. Like I said, it's pretty short, pretty sweet. There's nothing too much going on. There are a lot of big catalysts going on right now over the weekend. So market can open up in either direction. I'm expecting downside, but I'm not going to sit here and plot everything for the downside, just market to gap up and waste my time. So that's why I'm keeping things short and simple and just keeping things sweet until tomorrow morning, where I can just wake up a little bit earlier and see what's going on with the market. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Before you go, though, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a fantastic week. Peace out.